Hello everyone, my name is Roya and today is Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 Wednesday was created by Ginger Reads Lainey, whose channel I will leave a link to down below. So today's topic is Top 5 Books That You Were Recommended. Number 5 is the Mara Dyer trilogy. I was recommended that when I first joined BookTube pretty much. Like, it was one of the first books that I discovered off of BookTube, or one of the first series that I discovered off of BookTube. And it kept me up like all night. I was reading those books like all night long. And oh my gosh, they are just amazing. And I'm just so glad that I kicked off my like booktube-ness with that series. Number 4 is Green Rider by Kristen Britton. And I was recommended this by my best friend from high school, Anna, who recommended a lot of awesome books to me because like we both would like read books in class all day and stuff like that all the time. And she read at like at least twice the reading speed that I do. So she just read book after book like really, really insanely quickly, like in a day. And then she'd say, "Oh, you should read this." So Green Rider, I ended up not actually reading until I started college. I got it like she recommended it to me like towards the very end of high school. She just kind of in passing said, "Hey, so I read this really cool book called Green Rider," or something. She didn't even like talk that much about what it was about or anything. And I thought, okay, Green Rider, that sounds interesting. So I picked it up one day. Then I went to college and I read it while I was in college and I was like, holy crap, this is an amazing book. And to this day, that is one of my favorite series. Number 3 is A Northern Light. I forget who this is by, but that was recommended to me by the same friend. And actually, like, it was when I almost first became friends with her pretty much that she recommended me that book. And then I didn't read it until a couple years ago. Or like it was one of the first books that it was one of the last books that I read before I joined BookTube, and I was horribly depressed and in like a ridiculous reading slump. And yet I don't even know, like I was in such a huge reading slump. It was taking me forever to get through like any books because not that many of them were that good and whatnot. And so I happened to find A Northern Light somewhere. It was at like a bar, and there was like a table full of free books, and it said like take a book, leave a book, or whatever. So I took one, and it was A Northern Light. And because I remembered that my friend like 10 years prior had said, "Oh yeah, this is a really good book." And so I read it, and I seriously couldn't put it down, and it really got me out of my reading slump, and it was awesome. Number 2 is Evolution by Stephen Baxter. This is one of the first books that my boyfriend recommended to me when we first got together, and it is such a good book. Like, holy crap. I mean, I know I kept putting it down to like read other books and everything, so I was like reading it when I first started my BookTube channel, and then I finished it like 6 months later because I kept putting it down to read other books, but it is really good. It's a really good airplane read as well. It's like, dude. And by the way, it is also by far, like, definitely one of the best book recommendations that I've gotten from my boyfriend, too. Like, he has the weirdest taste in books. Like, all his recommendations are good, but, like, some of them are just so strange. But that one's just amazing. And the number 1 book recommendation that I loved is Harry Potter, obviously. So when I was about 10 or 11 or something, that was recommended to me by my dad's like former girlfriend who happened to like drop by or something. That was the first I had ever heard of Harry Potter. Then my mom happened to have gotten the same recommendation from someone else, like, "Oh, your kids should read this." So she happens to get it too around the exact same time. And so that's when I started reading Harry Potter. Yay! So anyway, those are my top 5 book recommendations that I really loved. Let me know what books you were recommended that you loved the most down in the comments, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye!